This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 4, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, a cook shop operator killed, husband injured in Manchester gun attack. A cook shop operator was killed and her husband injured in a shooting incident on Friday night as the couple walked home from their business place in New Green, close to Mandeville. Police named the deceased woman as Catherine Matthews, a resident of New Green. Preliminary reports are that about 10:30 p.m., the couple closed their cook shop in the New Green Square and were walking to their nearby home when they were attacked by gunmen who opened gunfire, hitting them. The attack happened about 100 meters from the cook shop. The woman reportedly sustained gunshot wounds to her head, while the man was reportedly shot in his shoulder. They were rushed to hospital, where the woman succumbed and the man was admitted. Residents told the news that the couple rented a house in New Green for years and were friendly. Residents also claimed that a handbag belonging to the woman was stolen during the shooting. "A four shot me here. The woman gets shot in the head. The husband gets shot too. They could have just robbed them and go," said a resident. A senior police source says investigators theorize that the woman was targeted. Up to midnight, police were processing the scene. Unwell cop dies in crash on way to hospital in St. Catherine. An alien policeman was killed in a single-car crash on his way to seek medical attention in St. Catherine late Friday. The deceased has been identified as 31-year-old Constable Ricardo Williams, who was assigned to the Denhamton Police Station in Kingston. Reports are that Williams, who suffered from kidney disease, fell ill while at home in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. The cop reportedly drove from his home about 11:30 p.m., heading towards the Linstead Hospital to seek medical attention. However, upon reaching the Church Road intersection in Bogwalk, the Toyota Corolla motor car, which he was driving, got out of control and hit a utility pole. Williams suffered head injuries and was rushed to the Linstead Hospital, where he later died. The Bogwalk police are investigating the incident. 5 shot, 1 fatally at shop in Westmoreland. 5 persons were shot, 1 fatally in George's Plain, Westmoreland on Friday night. The deceased has been identified as Roger Mowat, otherwise called the Boy Boy, late of Burnt Savannah in the parish. Mowat is believed to have been in his early 20s. Reports from the police are that the men were among a group of persons at a shop when 2 men armed with handguns disembarked a blue Toyota Corolla Axio motorcar and fired at the crowd. When the shooting subsided, Mowat was found suffering from gunshot wounds to his abdomen, and the other injured men received a gunshot wound to their leg, foot, hip, and thigh. They were all rushed to the hospital by relatives, where Mowat was pronounced dead and the other 4 admitted in stable conditions. No motive has yet been established for the shooting. Man killed a 3-year-old and a grandfather shot and injured in Portmore. A man was killed and a 3-year-old child and her grandfather shot and injured following an attack by gunmen in South Borough, Portmore, St. Catherine on Friday evening. The dead man has been identified as Robert Reed, otherwise called Willie Reds, a 42-year-old fruit vendor from South Borough. It was reported that around 7:10 p.m., Reed was serving customers at his fruit stall when he was pounced upon by armed men who opened fire, hitting him in his upper body. He fell to the ground, after which the gunmen fled. It was thereafter discovered that the 3-year-old and her grandfather, who were nearby, were also shot and injured. The grandfather sustained injuries to his left thigh and lower back, while the child was injured in her left shoulder. They were both assisted by residents to hospital, where they were being treated in stable condition. No motive has been established for the attack. Body of missing 30-year-old man found on Portland Beach. The Portland police are probing the death of a 30-year-old man whose body was found in the sea at Folly Road in Port Antonio on Saturday morning. The body of Kevin Johnson of a Folly Road address was discovered near the shoreline during a search that started on Friday and involved family members and other residents. According to police investigators, Johnson, who was involved in a skills training program at a garage in the Port Antonio area, reportedly left his workstation sometime on Friday and did not return for the rest of the day. His bag was left behind. When he was not seen late Friday afternoon, family members became concerned and started an initial search which ended unsuccessfully. It was a call made by family members to Johnson's phone that caused the further worry after a man answered, claiming he found the device along the roadway at a Folly Oval. A search of that area early Saturday morning resulted in the discovery of Johnson's body at the shoreline near the Folly estate. His grandmother, Carmen Weber, said the family is in shock as although they got a closure, it was not what they were expecting. It is a tough time for us as another family member also died in St. Thomas recently. His father only just returned to Jamaica and he is now on vacation. It is really rough and we're trying hard to cope with his death. It is not easy and it has really affected me, she said. Truck driver charged after 2 women killed in crash granted $1 million bail. Truck driver Maurice Baker, who is charged in relation to the death of 2 women in a crash last month, was granted bail in the sum of $1 million in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. Baker, 27, is charged with 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter in relation to the deaths of Rikisha White and Rikoya Garrison. The matter was mentioned before Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Alain. Bail was granted on conditions that Baker reports to the Spanish Town Police every Saturday and surrenders his travel documents. A stop order was placed against him. The judge did not entertain an application by his attorney, Kemoy McCarron, for the bail amount to be reduced. The matter is to be mentioned again on May 19. Allegations are that on about 3:35 p.m. on Monday, February 27, 2023, Baker was driving an Isuzu truck along Walkswood in Angel, St. Catherine. Upon reaching a section of the roadway, he reportedly detected smoke inside the vehicle, looked down and lost control of the vehicle. The truck reportedly drifted to the right and crashed into a Toyota Probox motorcar that was traveling in the opposite direction. White and Garrison were among 5 persons in the car who suffered injuries. They too later died. Baker was warned for prosecution, and following an investigation, he was formally charged. The bail application was made by Baker's attorney, Kemoy McAaron. Man charged with fraud in relation to land transaction remains in lockup after court appearance. A man who is at the center of a multi-million-dollar land fraud investigation was remanded following his first court appearance on Friday. Keon Jones has been charged with forgery, uttering forged documents, demanding property on forged documents, conspiracy to defraud, and engaging in transaction involving criminal property. When the matter was called up in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court, his attorney, Sharnika Jackson, told the court that she wished to make a bail application. However, the clerk of court revealed that several statements were outstanding. She also requested that the case file be transferred to the committal court and suggested that the attorney make the bail application after the transfer. Mr. Jones is to reappear in court on March 13. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.